Pleasantly, my friends. This is your truly every Monday. This is your program, my friends. Quality of the Heart on Thursday, the 14th of May 2015. It's a pleasure being back with you all, my friends. And let me just get through today's news because I need to make it short and sweet as possible. My friends, I would like to highlight this murder that took place. I mean, look at this at Jackson Bay. Right, it's a young man was shot at his home, and to me that is very disturbing. That in your own home you're no longer safe, and what is really saddens me that we had to feel like prisoners in our own country, my friends. Anywhere we go, anywhere we be, we have to watch our backs, and that hurts me. That really hurts me. It's really disturbing that you know we are no longer safe. You know, we need to stay home in our homes, lock up, right, without burglar proof, and you know it's like we are prisoners, and you know it's very disturbing. My friends, let me share with you a very unfortunate incident that took place Saturday at 3 o'clock. I was robbed by that's a truck right by Arika police station where the car taxis had drop you, which I think needs to cut out, right, because that area is very risky. Anyone could rob you. But what was the problem? I was standing by the bus route, right, waiting to get a maximum, and I had my phone on me, and I was trying to fix it in my pocket, and this youth boy came, grabbed the phone, and ran with it to the street, right? So I was really shocked. I couldn't believe it, you know. So I made a report to the police station, and you know they took down my information and stuff. And what was really troubling is that I find that the authorities, right, are really not serious in getting these criminals. Because to me, now thank God I'm alive and I was unharmed. I am grateful for that, right? So the issue is not the fact that I lost a phone. That is minor. A phone can be easily replaced. But my life, I cannot. I could be in a casket right now. I won't be here talking to you. So I am really grateful and thanking the Almighty that I am here alive, right? But what is very troubling, right, is the rapid response in terms of law enforcement. Because in other countries, right, when you report a crime, the cops get their tail and search for the criminals. And to me, that's been done here. Why haven't the police, right, from the second I made a report, could have gone into that area right there, walking distance, and search for the person, right? Because we need to send a clear message to the criminals out there, right? That zero tolerance, right? And you know what really hurts me? That I have to call a youth a criminal. Because once you perpetrate a crime, you automatically will be labeled as a criminal. And these youths, right, didn't born to be a criminal. No, it's that something tragic happening in their life, something is going on, right, that they are missing, and they're not getting that attention they need from the parents. Because I read on the newspaper today about a 15-year-old girl ran away from prison because, you know, she had a hard life, so she's always running away from home, and she's being locked up. And we need to really deal with the root of the problem, is that these children need a sense of comfort, they need love, they need attention. We need to put programs in place, we need support systems in place for parents, especially single mothers out there who have it really hard, right, who grow up these children with love and care. And these youths out there are so out of control, and we need to deal with the root of the problem. And the youth of the nation, as Mother Day was past Sunday, I appeal to all youths. By the way, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. And I really believe that my mom played a huge role in protecting me that day, because she's my grand angel and I love her. I miss her daily, right? So these youths really need, especially the youths out there who don't have a mother figure in their life, right? right? And the fact of the matter is, my friends, these youths need to be saved, and had that perpetrator been caught, I have no problem going to the jail cell and say I forgive you, and have a chat with him, find out what really caused him to be so out of control. And that's why these youths are so out of control, because the story I read this morning with this 15-year-old girl, she was saying that she been through drugs, and her parents neglected her, and it's a whole sort of social aspect of it. It's youth that needs to be dealt with, and that's where social services have to get involved, my friends. So I am really concerned about the youth of the nation, and when I can see a government and the opposition, at the end of the day, all they could do is politics. Well, it's serious issues, especially such as crime, right? I mean, look at this family here. Look how they're crying out for justice. Look how they're hurting. I mean, their life has taken away. This person who died will never get to see his family again, right? And that could have been me, right? And I feel really emotional about it. And thank God I didn't do a program Saturday, because I'd have felt really emotional, right? The phone is a minor issue. And what troubles me, my friends, why don't we have what we really need, a solution? And we really need to turn the tables on these criminals. And I ask, right, why don't we have technology to really deal with crime? Why? I ask, where was the cameras in that area? The perpetrators could have been caught, right? Because there was two youths linemen, right, on that corner. The youth who was lineman, the guy who took my phone, left, and and he came and took my phone and ran, right? So it was very troubling, because I asked where the cameras, I asked where the police patrols, right? I asked where the technology. Why don't we have technology to deal with in case a phone is being stolen, or stolen cars too, right? To track down these devices. That same sort that the Prime Minister, right, said that was illegal, and said that they were spying on citizens and stuff, right? Could have been used to track down one's phone, to track down one's vehicle, right? Because you have the technology in place, right? And it's very the hypocrisy. I just can't understand it, my friends. It's so troubling, right, my friends, that our Prime Minister trying to be wrong. The emphasis that she's put in the email gate, 1 year later, the suspect of Medina City can't be found, right? And all of a sudden, right, you want to mention, that Medina City Hall suspect should be brought to justice a year later. All the time, you wasn't putting emphasis on that. And all of a sudden now, a year later, right? And to me, it was very disrespectful, because the Prime Minister didn't brought it up from the very beginning. Right? She brought it up in the middle of her speech, and to me that's a disrespect to Medina City family. So, my concern is that how we are not serious as a nation, my friends, when you look at the issue of crime. Because we really need to get serious. And what's the whole ironic about this whole situation, my friends? We have camera video footage that the police commissioner boasted about, and up to now that suspect cannot be found, right? We have the technology for that, but you can't get the suspect. We have this whole issue with the fraudster, and who went to the prison bank and stuff with transactions and stuff, right? The finance minister said there's a video out. So why we cannot get the perpetrators of that? Why we cannot get the perpetrator of Medina City? Why we cannot Why so that we dismantle when we could have dealt with when we could have gotten the criminals? Why the blimp that the government, talked about how millions are spent and stuff? We could have used that to get the criminals also. Right? Because trust me, ask army personnel and stuff and all, right? And the National Operations Center how the blimp could have been effective. Ask them and they'll tell you, my friends. Right? So and worse yet, our borders are not secure. So the guns and stuff is coming into the country. So really and truly, where we're heading as a nation, we are in dangerous time. We are in dark times, my friends. And the root of the problem is not being dealt with. I wish there was more TV programs where we could deal with the youth of the nation. When you look at things like Maury, where we could send them to boot camp and stuff, and let them talk about the experience. And when you look at shows like Maury and you see these youth out of control, and when they go into the boot camp and stuff, they come out in tears and then they're very sorry, and they promise the parents they were ashamed and stuff. Why we don't have that here? Where we can show them the jail cells and let the criminals talk on TV about their experience and how jail is nice. Why we don't do that? We need more programs like that in place. We need support programs for parents, especially for students in schools and psychiatrists, and it needs to be a holistic approach, but we're not dealing with that. Right? We brought a bill to deal with motor vehicles, but yet we can't get these stolen vehicles. We can't shut them down. We brought a cyber bill, but yet we have there's no system in place to shut down in terms of the tap into criminals' phones. Right? So to me, it's very troubling, my friends. I'm very concerned. I'm very hurting by what I'm seeing. Right? Because both government and opposition is politicking. When you look at the opposition walking out in parliament for a couple of weeks now, to me, is an insult to the nation. While I agree that this motion should not have been, debated in terms of the whole email gate scandal, right? Because what the Prime Minister is doing is prejudice in the case. I think a charge should be laid against her, right? Because the ordinance and talk about a court matter that is being investigated. The ordinance would have been charged, right? So we need this as an example. We high people in society that broke the law must be dealt with to the fullest extent, my friends. Right? I honestly believe that I'm calling on the DPP to, lay some kind of charge, I would like to ask the DPP, is there some kind of charge to be laid against the Prime Minister and all those ministers who are talking about, who president in the case and waving documents, right? And to me, the government response to this whole email gate, they're making themselves look very guilty. Very, very, very guilty. Because if you have nothing to hide, right? And this point I would like to make, my friends. The Prime Minister excuse to dismantle SWAT was because they were spying on citizens. But where you have to hide, if I know a government account because it's tapping my phone, right? Why should I be concerned if I know I have nothing to hide? Right? Ask yourself that, my friends. Right? So, there needs to be a holistic approach. I'm really concerned. Right? So this whole, motion, and you heard from the DPP and the Integrity Commission and stuff, investigation haven't ended. So Madam Prime Minister, why you so hurried to deal with this email matter, but you have the death of Medina Sital, the suspect is on the run? I ask myself, why is the emphasis not, being put on that? Because if you know you have nothing to hide, let the investigation do its course. And you have other serious matters that needs to be dealt with, right? You think this family will get any justice? I asked, right? Look at the pain his family going through. Look at the pain, my friends. That is why these days I find it hard to come here and pour my heart and soul, right, and expressing myself. And it's hard for me to smile because of the issues that's been developing. It's really scary, right? And I'm hearing, and you have people from the wrong table talking about, broken law and stuff. And that same person, right, when you read that Scott Dog report, his name was on it. So I really, no matter, your legal background and stuff, I am very skeptical when I can hear certain allegations, and yet you haven't cleared yourself, you haven't really, to me it's really scary. I'm really concerned, my friend. I'm really, really concerned by the developments I'm seeing. I'm not saying that the Prime Minister shouldn't have cleared herself, but there are places where you could, in terms of what they call this privilege committee, that you could have gone into that, and where questions can be asked and they could call person involved and stuff, right? Which another case has to be questioned. That have that this issue being brought to the privilege committee, right? Will that be president in the case where we could wait till the findings of the Integrity Commission and the GPP, then this issue could be done in the privilege committee, right? So we have to look at that also. And I'm really concerned by what I'm seeing my friends, right? I'm really concerned. And I forgot to ask something. Because I'm not hearing from the Minister of Justice in terms of courts and, night courts to deal with the backlog of cases and stuff, right? But why hasn't there been a provision in terms of video evidence in court? I like to ask that question, and it's something that the government should going to be looked at, right? So, I'm really hurting, my friends. I'm really worried. I'm really concerned for the youth of our nation. I'm concerned for the parents. I'm concerned for, in terms of the teachers in schools and dealing with the youths. I'm just really concerned by what I'm seeing in my beloved nation, my friends. And the ordinary citizens of this land is not getting any justice. Right, my friends? And when you look at a state prosecutor being murdered, and a year later nothing has been done, yet there's a video out, right? When you can look at transaction being made, right, and the Minister of Finance is saying a video is out, and yet they don't know where the person is. It causes me great concern, my friends. It causes me great concern, right? And I ask, why everything has to be such a cover-up? Why? So, my friends, I think I'll end there because, actually, I always say that I'll try to be short and sweet, and I always end up doing these long videos because there's so much that needs to be said, there's so much needs to be expressed, and it really gets me, my friends. So I apologize bearing with my friends, but I am glad that God can give me the ability, talent to really express my views, and that I can be here with you today, my friends. When I could have been in a casket, what happened to me is happening. I am just grateful by the Almighty, to my mom, who's my guardian angel, for protecting me. I am really glad that all you beloved people who are looking at this program can hear me, my friends. I'm glad that you can see and hear me, and I'm just grateful. When these incidents happen to you, you value life more, you appreciate, especially people around me, all my friends and family. I love you all dearly. So my friends, I thank you. May the Almighty God bless each and every one of you. Let us all please be our brothers and sisters keeper. Let us love and serve one another and look out for each other, right? Especially what's going on you know, in terms of crime and stuff. So let's look out for one another. Right, my friends? Let's have an open mind. Let us have, you know. I just beg and pleading with the government and trying to bring on the opposition to stop the politicking and deal with the serious issues of the day. So again, my friends, I thank you. May the Almighty God bless you. Take care.